Hello, it's Tamika and
Aisha.
And we were just sitting around having a little weight loss surgery buddy conversation. So we figured it might be a good idea to capture what we were talking about just to share it with you guys. So, Aisha, what were you talking about?
Talking about this infamous size 18 and the struggle to believe I will ever be smaller than an 18 and live a life that doesn't involve going into Lane Bryant and the Avenue and having to buy these clothes specifically in a size 18 or 18-20.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's been the big struggle these last 24 hours.
So what happened did you say what happened yesterday?
No, the good news was that 15 weeks post-op, I'm able to leave the house in a size 18 jean that I had from Lane Bryant.
And I remember when you sent me a picture, you put those jeans on, and I think it was February 18th, wasn't it?
February 18th, and then February 28th. So February 18th, I couldn't fit. Okay, I could pull them up, but I could not close them.
Right, you couldn't button them.
Possible. But by February 28th, for whatever reason, I was trying to figure out what would I wear the next day to work. And I put those jeans on, and sure enough, they closed.
So that was a victory.
Yep.
When did you think you were going to be able to put those 18s on and make them close?
I don't know, maybe sometime in March.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was getting close, but I had no idea 10 days after I put them on and they didn't close that they would close. So, it's beautiful in that the journey is progressing right on time, I guess, but the struggle is now I am literally hit and having to deal with this whole concept of 18-20 and 18, size 18 clothes. So I believe that when I get to the point where these 18-20s are too big, I will have a better perspective on the fact that I am down to the home stretch and that I can live a life that doesn't involve plus-size clothing and plus-size stores.
Because you're not necessarily at a place where you are completely happy about your journey right now because maybe there's some fear of being stuck in the 18?
Well, yeah, people ask me all the time, aren't you just happy? Like, aren't you just... And I am cautious to say I'm happy. I lean towards thankful because I've been an 18 before. I've been an 18-20 before. Have 2 closets full of 18-20 clothes. And so that's not a quote-unquote big deal to me.
Because it still feels somewhat normal, right? Like you know that. You know how that feels. Right.
I know what it's like to go in the stores and look at the racks and get an 18-20. And so that's why there's been so much emphasis on when is this part of my life going to be over? Mm-hmm. And so I want to be able to look people in the face and say, I am so happy, but it's not there yet because I got to get to these 18-20s. And I was just saying that, can I throw all these 18-20s away? Because, not throw them away, but give them away. Because I don't want to even wear them. Like, they're cute. There's a lot of cute jackets and all kind of stuff. But I'm so sick of that number. I'd rather just wear barely anything than that.
Oh, you can't go naked. And you don't want to wear too big clothes. Wait, okay, so have you purged your closet of all of your up to 18? Because, I don't. I still, in my closet, I still have 26, 24, 20, 18, 16. There's something about, I have done like sort of some purging and clearing out my closet, but on the left side of my closet, there still hangs my big girl clothes. And for whatever reason, I can't sort of just find it in me to release and let go of all of that stuff. And I don't know, sometimes people say they want to, have the memory and they don't want to throw the clothes out because they want to always know where they came from. Now, I like to pull out a pair of pants and hold it up in front of me. In fact, I just did it the other day and had Jasmine take a picture of me. And it's like when you look at it, like I'm literally half the pants. And But, when I was there, it was like those suckers was tight. And it's still like sort of hard for me to really wrap my mind all around it. And I still have those moments where I'm like, oh my goodness, like I feel bad. Like I don't feel like I am where I am. And that's when I pull out an old pair of pants or an old shirt and put it in front of me and take a picture or do some like reflection side-by-side pictures because it helps me sort of stay focused and stay motivated, and it gives me sort of like this reality check. But, another thought that I had was, I understand that whole 18 issue too, because I think all the years that we spent in the big girl store, when you think about it, like those 24s, those 26 and 28, like those sizes seem to be like on the large scale or the large spectrum of the big girl store, and then that 14, 16 seemed like that was for the skinny big girl, and then the 18 seemed like it was like the right size. So, I get the whole 18 thing, and I think you're right in that once you get beyond that, then it will probably feel like more of a, reality that, hey, this is possible. I stick to plan. I do what I'm supposed to do. I can make this happen in my life, and I can do what it takes to make sure that it doesn't slip away from me. I think that's the biggest thing. Another thing, when you were talking, I had a thought. Do you think that because you are 15 weeks out, right?
Yes.
More than 75 pounds down, do you think the progression has gone so fast that it sort of takes over? And do you think that your mind is tracking with the actual progression?
Sometimes I wish it would hurry up. Like I wish I already had 100 pounds off. So my mind is tracking, and it tracks better when I catch myself in a mirror, and I have a few moments to say, wow, I am really changing. So in that respect, I think my mind is keeping up. But when I put the 18 jeans on, it just all collapsed around me that here we go with this 18-20. And God, how long is it going to take me to get out of this? And I was like, okay, maybe 5 weeks, they'll be too big?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it'll go faster than that. I mean, hey, you were just on February 18th, and the thing didn't button, and now it fits. That was, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So, I'm quite sure if you dig in your closet, there might be some 18s that are kind of loose. If you dig, like those are jeans, and you know how jeans do. They, can shrink over time and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if you have like a pair of 18 slacks or something like that, or a skirt. Or
yeah, I do.
Dress.
I need to pull. That's what I need to do. I need to go and really get a full grip on these 18s because I think even some may be too small. That's why I'm like, let me give myself like 5 weeks.
No, you know what? I think you were on the right track. Go in there, get those clothes out, pull those clothes out, and because don't let your mind do a whole trick on you of, well, maybe it's just this pair of 18s that fit me. Go try that stuff on so that you really see what's really going on. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know, really get a good level set of, hey, I can fit an 18. Or even go in a store and put on it. You know, grab one off of the rack and put it on so that you don't, you know, enter into that whole, oh, it's just this pair in my mind and, you know,
I did
real,
that
you know?
Yeah, I did that. But I had noticed over the weekend I put on some 20 capris, and they were saggy.
Mhm.
And I was like, what is this?
Mhm.
Wait
until the 16 is saggy.
That's that's why I could breathe when these 1820s are out of my life.
Yeah.
I feel like I can breathe. Right now I can't breathe. I'm like, I got to get through this time. So,
you know, when I was listening to you talk about the 18s, it made me think about the whole sort of fear and overwhelm that I felt getting ready to go into Wonderland, because I didn't quite understand how I felt about it. I knew that, okay, coming from 288 pounds, and I think I started weirding out about 209 or something like that, 211, and it was like, oh my goodness, I was losing weight consistently every week. There hadn't necessarily been a break. I was just consistently losing weight, and so it was like, okay, it's inevitable that I'm going to get to 199.8, you know, within my reach. And the whole thought of it was so overwhelming. I remember making a video about it and talking about it and saying I needed to process through. And I remember Rosemary, Gastric Rose, saying it was normal, I would be okay, take the time that I needed to just let it sink in and become a reality and all of that. And I was like, she's absolutely right. Like, I know when it's something that's going on that I'm challenged with, I always say, I have to process through. And I knew I needed to do that because I didn't want to be scared. I didn't want to feel like 200 was it. And remember, when I did my bariatric consult with the then medical director for the bariatric program, she told me that I would probably get to 200 pounds, level out, stay there, and that would be good for me because then my back wouldn't hurt, my knees wouldn't hurt, my feet wouldn't hurt. And I think she made me believe that. And so in addition to what was on the other side of 200, I thought, hey, that could possibly be it for me. And I wasn't really sure how I felt about that. And, you know, that, of course, was a lie because my surgeon, who is actually now the medical director, she left, told me, you know, I could be what I wanted to be and pointed to the BMI chart and said, you know, I'm not going to give you a go away. You go figure out what it is that you want to strive towards. And he didn't give me any limitations. But at that time, you know, even with the consistency of losing the weight and all of that, I had sort of like this mental challenge that came up that I needed to press through. That's why I think it's great for us to be on this WLS journey together as buddies, because we can be sounding boards. And, you know, I went first, and so a lot of things that you're going through right now, I might have gone through, and there's also things that you go through that help me process through some stuff that I even deal with right now. So I'm glad that we could be on this journey together. And we have so many pictures and places to go and retake pictures, so we can have some wonderful before and after shots, that's for sure.
For certain.
Oh, gosh. Anyway, as Wendy would say,
onward.
Exactly. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed being inside our minds for a little bit, and perhaps this is something that we can do on a regular basis. We talk very often, and we always have very deep thoughts about things, and I think this was fun to sort of open it up and let you guys be on this journey with us in here.
Yep.
Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you later, bestie.
Until next time. Bye.
Bye.